Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
Episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
So, what is going on with Michael Oher? He's been in the news recently, and it's kind of a strange story. He was the focus of The Blind Side for anybody who doesn't know, and he was an offensive lineman, and he played at Ole Miss, and then eventually with the Ravens, where he won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also adopted by a family, or at
Right.
least he thought he was getting adopted.
Right.
It's the Tui family out in Tennessee. And, this was the source for the movie and the book, The Blind Side, from 2009. And, just starting us off, Orr got a Super Bowl with the Ravens in 2013 from the 2012 season. Has he become an NFL legend?
Yeah. He's been a legend. Achieving that and being in movies, he's definitely earned that.
Yeah, he was one of the better offensive linemen in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting. Orr had gotten into a conservatorship in college. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And it says here from E, on the basis of doing so, that would make him a member of the Tui family.
Yeah.
But Orr had discovered in February 2023 that the signing, in fact, provided him no familial relationship with the Tuis.
Yeah.
So he thought he was getting adopted, but he was really just entering into a conservatorship.
Wow.
What do you think about this?
I feel like it's unfortunate. Sometimes things don't work out, but I mean, he still was a legend at the end of the day. And he's doing great right now. So, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that this was kind of a deceit by the Tui family?
Yeah, pretty much. Because if they wanted to adopt him, they would have. You know what I mean? They had other plans. Obviously wasn't good intentions behind it, but it is what it is.
And I think it's the fact that book and then that movie came out, and everybody was talking about the movie and talking about how he had gotten adopted, and it's part of the movie, but this shows that things don't always unfold as they happen in movies. Really.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
movies are
I mean, they were probably looking more at his success, like, okay, we're gonna keep him around for other reasons, and not genuinely, hey, I love you. We would love you to be a part of the family, outside of his career and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, the Tui family had released a statement saying the NCAA made it clear the only way he could attend Ole Miss was if he was part of the Tui family in some fashion. Conservatorship was a tool to accomplish this goal. And this is definitely bizarre. So his football wasn't enough to get him into Ole Miss? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
And this is the true definition of it's all about who you know. It don't matter about your skill set. You could be one of the best on that team has to offer. But if you don't know those certain people that's in those certain positions, they're not looking at you. So, I mean, I know that was pretty frustrating, the fact that it's like, I really, I just want to go based off my skill set as an offensive line person. But I don't know a lot of people, so I have to get with these people just to be seen. So, it's weird, James. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, over a year ago, September 29, 2023, a judge did order an end to the conservatorship. Although, in November, there was a court motion from Orr asking for a temporary injunction to stop Sean and Leanne Tui from commercially using his name, his image, and his likeness. And he also wanted them to stop the false claims that they had adopted him.
Okay.
So how embarrassing is this revelation for the Tui family?
Really embarrassing. The truth has to come to light eventually. They probably thought, we're going to keep this under the line, but no, you can't do that. You know what I mean? You got to do what's right. So, yeah, I would be embarrassed, that whole family. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, and for him to stop this, finances are not a motivation here.
Yeah.
He doesn't need money, and it seems like he's definitely, hurt by what's going on. The fact that what he thought was his family are kind of, they're deceiving him, they're turning their back on him almost. Yeah. And, ESPN said that Sean and Leanne are accused of making false claims in accounting, and that they possibly took $2.5 million in 2011 from Oher's NFL checks.
Wow.
And they did not respond with any comment to this. And Oher explained that, he's not looking for money. He has millions and says he's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
So why did the Tui family decline to respond to this?
Because they were probably guilty. They already knew the truth. Because, they probably, they didn't want to make it worse than what it already is. You know what I mean? It probably something that been he's probably just finding out. They've been doing it for a minute. So, yeah.
Do you think this was financially motivated from their
Absolutely. I mean, because what else was the intention behind it? You know what I mean? Because if they, like I said, if they really cared about him as a human being, they would have took him in. Money, and he, that just goes to show, he has the right attitude, like, because he could have really sued them. He could have really went all out. But he's like, money, I don't care about that. I care about respect. Respect.
Yeah, he's more probably hurt by this
than
anything.
Yeah.
And Quentin Aaron had played Oher in the movie The Blind Side. He spoke out. He said, I don't know personally anything about this. I was under the assumption that everybody in the family was good all these years.
Yeah.
So it's heartbreaking to see that article, and my prayers go out to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, did it seem like, everything was okay here? Like, from the outside looking in, I mean, everybody thought that he was part of the family. They had that movie out and all that.
Right. Oh, so, yeah. I mean, it seems like they had to put a facade on, you know what I mean, to make social media and others think, okay, everything's good, but, you never know what's happening behind the scenes, you know what I mean? So, it's just one of those type of situations.
I definitely praise Aaron's attitude, and it really shows in what he had said next. Sandra Bullock, who played Leanne Tui, Michael Oher's supposedly adopted mother.
Yeah.
He said that she just suffered a loss and everything. I'm pretty sure she's probably trying to stay out of the spotlight and handle the situation as best as she knows how.
Yeah.
I heard some pretty disturbing things, people saying about her.
Yeah.
And I'm not behind that. Leave her alone. Don't come for my mama. I'm 6'8", 400 pounds, and you don't want these problems. What do you make of this quote?
That's beautiful, man. And like I said, she's a great actor. I mean, great. That just shows, he go for what's right, not social media. He's a person in real time. So, yeah.
Why would anybody want to attack the actress who had nothing to do with the situation?
Right. Like, even though it's based on a true story, she's acting. She's doing her job. So, yeah, it's weird. People are weird.
Yeah, and Sandra Bullock won the Oscar for Best Actress at the Academy Awards for her performance in The Blind Side.
In that movie, yeah.
And she definitely tried to stay out of this whole situation, but somebody close to Bullock had revealed she hates that such a wonderful story, a spectacular movie, and a spectacular time in her life has now been tainted.
Right.
So is it fair for Bullock to feel this way?
Yeah, absolutely, because she came in just trying to do her job and be, really make that story, this movie pop out, and which she did, but it's like people more so didn't appreciate it. They tainted it more than appreciate it. So it's like, yeah.
They had the poster up at Blockbuster for months, like a really long time, and people went out to rent this movie a lot because of the fact that she won an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
So people wanted to see, what this was all about.
Right.
And I definitely agree that people should maybe just leave her alone. She didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
We are in the age of cancel culture, though. So, we had Kevin Spacey stuff, Alec Baldwin stuff, Diddy stuff. So when an artist, like an actor or a musician, messes up, they get canceled.
Yeah.
And I personally believe, if you do have a movie and someone messes up, it's on that person and not maybe the whole project or everybody else involved.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't do it like that. I mean, y'all shouldn't stop a movie just because one person, especially if they're not the main character, if it's some, yeah.
So looking at, cancel culture, athletes, movie stars, and all that, do you think we should try to separate the art from the scandals?
Yeah, and it's so hard because a lot of people like to put on a facade. I guess that's why it's called acting. You don't really know until once you get started how people really are. So yeah, but in that process, you can do switches. You know what I mean? Have backups. So yeah.
Yeah, y'all, please let us know what you think about that whole situation with Michael Oher. Let us know in the comments. how you feel about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then up next, J&J Sports coming to y'all with more in 2024.